Human rights means safety, it means empowerment, it means care, it means love, and it just means looking after each other.
Human rights for me is being able to choose my own religion and practice my faith.
And I can leave my religion or follow none at all.
Human right means freedom of expression without oppression.
Derechos humanos significa que nuestra hija tenga derecho a educación sin importar del lugar de donde venga.
Human rights mean I get holiday pay.
Human rights means we can live the lives that we choose.
Human rights means I can escape conflict and start a fresh life for my family and I.
Many of the freedoms and rights that we take for granted, just the right of children to go to school, the right for all of us to participate in civil society, you know, the right for people to be free from torture, from arbitrary detention. All of these just really basic things that Australians don't have to wrestle with are issues, fundamental issues for people in many parts of the world.
The idea of a universal declaration of human rights was prompted by the horrors of the Holocaust and the experiences that people had during the Second World War. Was a propelling moment to say, we have to do better. We have to enshrine in some universal understanding of what these human rights are.
I call the General Assembly to order.
Dr. Herbert Evatt, the Foreign Minister of Australia, was extremely influential in the development of the draft, and he was the President of the General Assembly of the United Nations when the draft was adopted in Paris on the 10th of December 1948. We can be proud of H.V. Evatt.
Doc Evatt, as he was known, was the right person in the right place at the right time, as was Jessie Street, who played a pivotal role in advocating for the equal recognition of women.
This Assembly has adopted this very important declaration.
We got a copy of it, which was sent to Australian public schools by Dr. Evatt from New York, and I'll never forget receiving it and studying it, and it's always been near me. It's been under the pillow during my life, and it's given me inspiration and an outline and an action plan for humanity that we should try to achieve.
The data shows the stats are only getting bigger. We're dying younger. We're being incarcerated more. Our kids are being removed more. Everything, every practice they've got around it is unsustainable. We can rebuild, but we have to systemise it. We have to measure it, and we have to show that communities have to own it.
No, Australia is not doing enough. I'm of the belief that we kind of need action now. We can't really afford to wait another decade for group homes to close or for schools to become unsegregated.
Australia has improved during my lifetime, but there's still a lot to do. Women's rights, the rights of refugees, the rights of people of colour, people with disabilities, all of these categories, they're on the edge, and they need the support of a document like the Universal Declaration. It's a banner under which we should all be marching in order to ensure that no one is left behind.
If we don't get that greater entrenchment of rights, what we will find in 5 years, 10 years, is a whole slew of royal commissions again, after thousands and thousands of people's lives have been seriously affected by poor decisions or badly designed policies that have not had human rights at their centre.
It's very important for Australia to protect the human rights and value it and cherish it. It's like air. It's something which is not visible, but you don't realize it when you cannot breathe. Then you die. And people take it for granted because they don't see it. But you will realize it when it's taken away from you.
Now, especially Australia, it should stand for a place where you can be like a free person. That everybody should have a voice and nobody should be excluded just because of the color of their skin.
It's really important that if we as a country are trying to say, hey, we are a really fair country, that we actually support efforts to try and make it as fair as possible for everyone.
To stop, think, and consider other people, accept them, try to understand them. It will be a big step forward if we can achieve that.